Or to this a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Pritzker says ICE shouldn't be abolished, calls gender identity questions political circus, maybe? All right, let's go and jump into this video immediately, see where this takes us, guys. Let's do it.
I recognize this Mr. Gill from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Governor Pritzker, do you know how much illegal immigration costs your state each year?
No, sir, I do not.
Costs over $780 per family per year. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Well, yes.
Yes, it is. And may I ask, what do you mean by the cost?
That is a lot of money.
The cost of illegal immigration.
Let me ask you, do you know who Franklin Jose Pena Ramos is?
No.
Are you talking about the federal government's cost to the state of Illinois as a result of the failed
Ramos is?
Immigration policy?
It's a yes or no question. I'll take that as a no. Do you know who?
Yeah, but you backed the overall candidates that were involved in the failed immigration policies. That's a weird statement to make. All right.
Ramos says.
Immigration policy?
It's a yes or no question. I'll take that as a no. Do you know who Jose Martinez Rangel is?
No.
No, sir, I do not.
You don't. You should. Those are two men who came into this country illegally. 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungary in my home state of Texas.
Whoa.
Do you think that elected officials should have welcomed them into our communities?
I mean, you're asking to preemptively persecute someone for something that they didn't do yet, right? It's basically you're thought policing, if that makes any sense here. But let's continue. Do
you think that elected officials should have welcomed them into our communities?
Sir, before they committed a crime, I'm not sure what you're asking.
Do you think that they should have been welcomed into our communities?
Yeah, you should have framed that differently.
Someone who commits who commits should be
Why did you state during Biden's border crisis that illegal aliens, quote, should have been welcomed and helped by elected officials?
Mm.
When you say illegal aliens,
I'm asking
these
you,
are people who are given
welcomed
asylum,
and helped into our communities.
People who are
That's an
asylum
easy
seekers.
yes or no question.
Well, you're mischaracterizing them.
It is your position that they should have been welcomed into our communities. Is that correct?
There were asylum
from
seekers
your
who were
own
here
statement.
legally.
And then they went on and 12-year-old Jocelyn.
Someone who commits should be held accountable. We do that in the state.
And you think they should have been welcomed into our communities before they did?
Okay, guys. So here's the thing here. It's interesting here because whoever's questioning him, it doesn't seem like he has the ability to actually question, without framing the question in a way that's immediately going to get their question shot down. The problem with the statement is that you're asking someone to preemptively persecute someone, let's say, even before they do something, and that's absolutely insane. Now, keep this in mind here. The overwhelming majority of people who have come into this country are not going to commit a secondary or tertiary offense. In fact, here, all right. But the problem that we're running into right now is that the failed border crisis that we did have here did bring a gigantic amount of people in that we did not vet here. Also, the asylum process is full of like 80 to 90% of individuals who are lying on the asylum paperwork, basically, guys. All right, so we do know these numbers here. I get what Governor Pritzker here is saying here because it makes sense because the guy questioning him has no real ability to question him. Not really, because he's not framing it correctly. You could absolutely blow this man out of the water if you were to just frame the questions in a way that just don't make you seem like ignorant, let's say.
Should be held accountable. We do that in the state.
And you think they should have been welcomed into our communities before they did?
Before they did.
I don't know how you can tell before somebody commits a crime that they are going to
secure the border and not let illegal aliens.
How can he secure the border?
Do you support abolishing ICE?
Asylum seekers.
Do you support abolishing ICE?
No, I believe we need an immigration force in the United States.
You don't. In fact, you believe a budget is a moral document. Is that correct?
Surprised with that?
I do.
You do. You tweeted that. Your administration gave $12,000 to the organized communities against deportations, which just this past month was marching in the streets of Chicago with signs saying abolish ICE. Do you support this?
I do not.
Is this a reflection of your moral values? Is this a reflection of your moral values?
I do not support abolishing an immigration force.
That's good to hear. Mr. Governor, do you think that biological men should be able to use women's restrooms?
What kind of...
I'm not sure how this has to do with immigration.
It's just a yes or no question.
Why are you?
It's very easy to answer.
This?
Do you think that men should be doing
fact finding?
This is for his base.
I'm sorry?
Do you think men should be allowed in women's restrooms?
I'm not sure why this has come to this issue.
You
It has
tweeted
nothing to
that
do
as
with
a
immigration.
protest against President Trump, everyone should use the other gender's bathroom today. Have you ever used the women's restroom?
Did he say that?
Not that I can recall ever, sir. No.
You wanted everybody else to do it, but you didn't?
Conviction. Well played on that question.
Sure, I'm not sure why we're on a topic that has
I'm
nothing
asking
to do
you,
with
you're
today's
advocating for men to use women's restrooms, but you didn't do it?
I do not advocate that, no.
Well, actually, you did. You said
What?
everyone should use the other gender's bathroom today.
I can tell you that you are
Do you regret
politicizing
saying
this
this?
in a way that what we ought to be focusing on is
Do you
the
regret
failure of the federal
encouraging men to
government
use women's restrooms?
and the Congress to deal with immigration reform.
Do you regret encouraging men to use women's restrooms?
Interesting.
Again,
Hold on.
you're taking us on topics that have
Did you ever
nothing to
consider
do
that
with
women don't
the
want you in
subject
their-
that you
in their
invited us here
bathrooms?
for? So you're admitting that this is just a political circus?
No,
Is
I'm
that what you're doing?
asking
It
you
is.
because
It
you
is.
put
Nothing
this
to do with
on the
immigration?
internet for
No,
everybody
it's for
to
his
see.
base.
You grandstand.
I'm asking you, have you ever considered that women don't want you in their bathroom?
Bro, you're making this man look great. I'm gonna be honest here. Whoever you are that's questioning, you are making him look spectacular. Okay, like you are making him look spectacular.
Bathrooms. That's a private space that they don't want you or any other man in.
Congressman, let's talk
You
about
can't-
your
you can't say that
failure to
normal
vote
people can
for
say that
Medicaid.
they don't-
In fact, you want to
that
take
they don't
Medicaid
think
away.
men should be in
and
women's
SNAP
restrooms.
And
That's a
veteran
very
services.
straightforward question.
You apparently want people
And you're
to die
encouraging men to
in the
use
United
women's
States
restrooms
because you
where there
want to
could be
take healthcare
underage
away.
girls. Do you think that's appropriate?
Sir, if we're going to
Do you think that's
politicize this,
normal?
let's talk about what you're doing to people in
you
this
think that
country
that's normal?
by virtue of your votes.
All right, let's move on.
with
Let's
President
ask.
Trump.
Do you support Hamas's agenda?
He's not going to
Sir,
do
I
that.
do not.
Bro.
They are a organization.
Your administration gave a grant to the Muslim Civic Coalition, which
Okay.
just 2 weeks after October 7th was marching in the streets of Chicago to, quote, stop the U.S.-backed genocide against Gaza. Is that a reflection of your values?
I have spent my life fighting anti-Semitism.
No, I'm asking you, is this a reflection of your values?
He's not a
not
good
sure why
questioner,
you're attacking
guys.
Because your
about something that an
administration gave
organization- no.
money to this organization.
Right,
I
right.
can
Bro, let me guess. You went to the gas station earlier, and somehow the money that you basically paid at the gas station for a product, let's say the owner of said gas station decided to donate to that same cause. Are they also equally guilty? Matter of fact, hold on. Are you also equally guilty? Your line of questioning is just not good enough, bro. Right? Like, are you new here?
I'm explaining to you that what we do in the state of Illinois is stand up for what we believe are
You didn't
our
have to
rights
give
and
money
freedoms.
to the Muslim Civic Coalition.
People
to
have
march
the
and
right
call,
to express themselves.
to stop the
We
U.S.
don't-
backed genocide against Gaza. That was your choice.
I know
that was your
Republicans want to
administration.
take away people's right to free speech. We don't in the state of Illinois, and I
They've
do
got
not
the
believe
right to
that
free
is
speech.
proper.
They don't have the right to tax dollars, and you gave them to them.
You want to take those rights away from people. I understand.
I recognize.
Yeah, guys, hold the phone here, buddy. This was a really good debate. It was a really good debate. I definitely, I'm going to go ahead and start saying immediately that the person who was questioning him probably shouldn't be questioning any. Give it to someone else, right? Allow them to, create this here. I'm guessing he's never been on any type of debate team. I think that most congressmen and women probably should, be doing that first because, guys, this was bad. You could have nailed him to the wall, if that makes any sense here, figuratively, obviously. If you would have just went down a solid line of questioning by basically setting the questions up, but you made him come out looking like a hero, bro. That's what you did here. You asked him the questions, and then even for your base, even the question towards the end that had nothing to do with this at all, he still was able to throw out something like, bro, I think he knows it's a problem. The problem is that he's following the letter of the law, right? Or I guess that's not a problem. Guys, I'm kind of all over the place here. But when it comes down to the letter of the law, bro, if these people are saying that they are asylum seekers, get ready for this. If they are saying that they're asylum seekers, then all the governors are basically, like, they're going to have to they're going to have to follow the law, right? Like, the only way to fix this is through Congress. Because other than that, we're just pointing fingers at people who can't do anything. Like, that's what it looks like here. Like, I'm starting to see it like that. I can't explain it here, guys. Right? You guys have sent me so many of these type of videos, and it's just like, no one likes the concept of illegal anything, illegal immigration, none of that stuff. I don't like the idea of it, right? Just gonna be completely honest here. If you are here under asylum and you have lied on the asylum forms, then you gotta go, bro. What am I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to feel anything for that, bro? Asylum is asylum. Refugee status is refugee status. I do think that we should, under no circumstance, remove any type of refugee status or asylum from the United States of America. But we absolutely, okay, 100% need to vet everyone. Okay, because a lot of the people that are here under like asylum has like specific, clauses, guys, and they just say what I don't know. Are they meeting at the border and so they can say all the same thing, guys? Because guys, not all of is your government persecuting you for being you? Is that what's happening here? Because it doesn't seem like it, right? Like whole lot, like guys, a lot of people were being interviewed at the border, and they were just like, "Bro, I'm broke. I'm trying to come here." Okay, that, like economic migrancy does not fall under any clause, any singular clause of the asylum, process. That's not a thing here, guys. Like you need to be being persecuted by your government. You're scared for your life to return to your country. That type of thing, right? But if you caused the reason why you're afraid for your life to return to your country, that's not a thing, bro. Right? Just understand what's happening here. It's wild. But of course, looking at the governor based off of how he just defined this here, yeah, bro. Guys, everyone is talking to the wrong people. You're pointing out how all of these big bad Democrats are out here, running sanctuary states and cities and things like that. But it's just like, bro, we got to go through Congress, right? Like, fix the asylum process. If you want to fix something, fix that. I don't hear no one talking about fixing the asylum process. You want to stop this? These people here are here temporarily, guys. They're going to leave, and then a person that comes into their position, in fact, is going to still follow the letter of the law, guys. That's what they're going to do. Period. You want to fix something? Go to Congress and fix the asylum process. And even he just said that. Like, think about how crazy this whole conversation is. So instead of the guy questioning him, asking him about random gender identity questions and things like that, that should have absolutely been saved for another time because that was not the line of questioning. It tells me you have nothing and you're weak. That's basically what I heard immediately once he basically flipped in a nonsensical way. This has nothing to do with anything. All you're trying to do is assassinate his character for your specific base. How is that beneficial to the United States of America? We're not going to get anywhere sitting in these rooms having conversations like this. We need to sit in Congress. That's where we need to sit. Fix asylum immediately. Because everything else, for the most part, is starting to, in fact, look like theater and a circus. I'm telling you guys. I'm sick of it, bro. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. Catch you guys later.